It's to
Hey, Lilian.
hello. Hi, Martine. How are you?
Good. We're live.
Lovely to see you. Hello, Facebook world. It's lovely to be online. So we are streaming on StreamYard, and if you want to make any comments while we are, chatting, please ask StreamYard to give you permission. But we're looking forward to interact with you tonight. If you're watching, from a country where it's night time, and if you are in a place where it's daytime, we say good morning and welcome. If you are in any part of the world where it's in between, again, we want to welcome you. We look forward to spend a couple of minutes with you tonight, and we are going to be talking about a subject that's very dear to us, which is growing from strength to strength. And we want your input. Comment in the chat below if you are live, hashtag live. And if you will come on later, just give us a hashtag replay. And we look forward to be with you. My name is Lilian Musa. I'm actually dialing in from Bristol, southwest of England. I'm an author, an entrepreneur, a mother, a mentor, and I love to be in this space where I can talk to the whole world. So I look forward to this evening. And I'll hand over to you, Matthew.
Hey, guys. My name is Martine. I'm a chartered accountant, a business coach, and I'm a mother of two boys and a wife of one. I always make people laugh at that. But it's great to be here, and it's great to be sharing what we're learning to build our business from strength to strength, and to build our life from strength to strength, and to become stronger every day, mainly by finding our purpose and finding what we really want to have. So, Lilian, do you want to start sharing what we have in the background?
Yes,
Let's do
please.
that. So like we said before, this is Lilian and myself. We are secret agents, which is quite nice. And we work
WO
together
said
no. And we build not only our business together, but we help other people to build their business. So we bring our expertise. Lilian has so much experience in the background, and we bring that to the world. Would you agree, Lilian?
yes to the world. Yeah, we are a global business, so it's amazing what you can do on a global platform.
Yes, and I'm in Victoria, Melbourne. So for me, it is my start of the day. And Lilian is in the UK, and she's probably ready to go to bed after.
It's nearly midnight now as we speak.
Yes. And we've moved hours here in Melbourne, and it creates so much havoc changing times. But we are here, and it's beautiful that we can do that together. And I'll encourage you guys, if you are online, to let us know so that we get encouragement from you guys of what you would like us to talk about in the weeks ahead, and what interests you, and where are you heading, not only in your business, but personally, where are you heading? So one of the themes that we thought we'll bring up today is the reasons for doing well. So when you build your business, or when you live life as a whole, what turns you on? What makes you stay up late at night and keep your mind tickling at night? This is probably the reasons it's like the universe telling you what you want, where you're heading, where you want to go. This feeling of, I have ideas, I want to put it out there. And your bank balance is equal to the number of reasons you have. And this is true. Lilian, do you want to expand on that?
It's very true what you have just said, because really your why is what keeps you going. I mean, we've been restless for the last couple of days because we've got a burning desire to move with our why, with our reasons why we believe we are existing. So if you have got something that drives you, it's the thing that will fuel you every day. You jump out of bed, because you have got to deliver something. So whatever your why is, it's the one thing that will translate to the bank balance, as Martine has said already. And not only is it because of the bank balance, but money is a tool that helps us to move forward, to help other people change and transform their lives. So there's nothing bad about making loads of money. It's how we use the money that matters. So I really believe that finding your reason why is the first and foremost thing that anyone should do if you are going to make a difference, and if you believe that your life has to mean something and it has to leave a mark, in this world. So really, we would like you to participate, help us understand what you're looking for, understand which way you want to go, and if there's a way we can help you, then we can work together. We are just here as tools that can be used in this world. We love to serve you, so we are looking forward to hear your feedback. So in the chat box, if you have asked for permission from StreamYard and it's been granted, you can share with us. We might not be able to see the comments now, but we promise we'll get back to them and make sure that we connect with each and every one of you. Again, thank you for taking your time.
And one thing I wanted to continue on to that, Lilian, is especially for the young, maybe some young people listening to us, or the young moms, or the young single moms, especially, and dads who are listening to us. How do they find that why when they're in so much? It's so hard life can be hard, especially these days with COVID and all these. So how do you find your why? How did you find your why? What triggered it?
I guess, what puts meaning into life is understanding that life doesn't end with you. And once you start asking that question, you start wondering, so how do I reach out to the bigger world now that I know that life is not all about me? Because maybe when you're starting life, yes, life focuses on you because you're really trying to get all the basics in place. You want to if it's somebody who is coming out of college, you want to get a job, you want to buy the basic necessities like a house, a car, or you want to get married. Whatever it is you are looking for, you want to do those things first. But it gets to a point where maybe you have achieved a lot and you now think, what next? Because you can only live in one house, you can only drive one car. And
Yes.
so, what do you do next if you've made that money? And for those who have always had that entrepreneurial spirit, who have started something and their businesses took off like wildfire, you then think, what do I do next?
Yes.
So, I think that is the place where you start thinking bigger than yourself, because anything that will make a change in your world has got to be bigger than you. You've got to step out in faith. You've got to come out of your comfort zone to look, and your mission is always on the other side of your fear, because what holds us back mainly is fear. And I really
Yes.
believe that something we all have, but we need to do it while we are fearful, because you'll miss the boat if you stay in your comfort zone. Would you agree, Martine?
Yes, definitely. And I can relate so much about being that professional mother who went out and worked in corporate, and building what I thought for me was paying the mortgage and putting the kids at school and being a single mom once upon a time, I thought this was what life was until it hits you, until you realize this is not what life is, and that there is more, because we tend to miss out when we're out of the house and we're working these long hours and trying to prove ourselves again and again. For sometimes these business owners who take you a little bit for granted, take you a little bit like you need to prove yourselves again, because they forget how good you are and they forget what you've done, where you come from, and you need to prove yourself again and again. So I'm a big believer of these professionals who are in a place where you wondering, is there more? The kids are grown up a little bit, they're teenagers, they're kind of moving out of the house. Is there more for me to do? What do I do? I'm 40 plus now, and what do I do with my life from then on? Because there is more, and I think it's only by making somebody else's dreams come true that your dream come true. It's by making somebody else's business work that my business works. It's by giving that I receive. And this is what I think the reasons why I have to be so clear and precise.
Awesome. That is so true, Martine. So, the reasons have got to be personal. And it's a personal journey. It can't be anything but your personal journey. Because the problem that we face is that we start wanting to emulate what the next person is doing. But that's not your call. We are all brought into this world for a reason. Every person has got a purpose, and that purpose can only be fulfilled by you. So if the journey is not the money, what is it? Is it family reasons? Is it human being, affecting each other? What is it? Is it minor reasons which don't take much to achieve? What is it? You've got to figure out what it is, because it's all about you, your personal conviction that will resonate with somebody else. Because if you are being real, if you're being authentic, if you are just getting yourself vulnerable, because a lot of times we hold back because we fear that we'll be judged by the world, we'll be judged by people around us. But really, when you've got something to deliver, something to birth, you can't worry about what the surroundings look like. You've got to go with your conviction and do what you need to do. Trust your intuition, trust yourself, be self-confident. But again, we have to also look at why people feel intimidated, people feel that they are not good enough. It's because there's a lot of noise around us. People make us feel like we are not worth anything, we can't do anything. But I think for me, it was a realization that it's nothing to do with people around me. I've got to dig inside of me and figure out my own purpose and know that with that purpose, I can move forward. No matter what other people say, no matter what noises I'm hearing from around me, I have to move forward with that conviction. But the fear of what other people will think, the fear of being alone, because it's a lonely place when you're starting something that people don't, understand, when people don't relate to what you're doing, you really feel isolated. But everything that is big has got a price tag attached to it. You've got to be willing to pay that price.
Yes.
Until you pay the price, you're not going to be different. You can stay your ordinary life for the rest of your life. You can stay in your comfort zone for the rest of your life. So it's those personal reasons that will help you. So if it's money that you want to make, you've got to figure out the roadmap to get that money. If it's family reasons, you've got to also understand what it is you want to, sort out in your family, how it affects your greater family, the extended family. You have got to think of how to navigate, because There are critical conversations that take place if you want to resolve all those things. But unfortunately, a lot of times we just sweep things under the carpet because it's uncomfortable. I can't face it. It's all too much. But really, greatness comes when you are able to confront every situation face to face. Yes,
Yeah.
you might be popular. Yes, but you can't birth anything big if you are wanting to be popular, because there's nothing that is popular that will bring anything. And you might have minor reasons, you know, that don't take much to achieve. Still, you've got to put consideration and understand how you're going to achieve those small things. It's all about your own personal reasons. It's all
Yeah.
about reasons that will make you do well in life. So, this is your life. This is you who can design it. No one else can design your life for you. And having come this far, I can tell you, I wish I had gotten bold earlier or younger. I would have been a different person. But a lot of times you go by the flow. If these people say this is what's okay, you go that direction. Then tomorrow that direction is not working. You are swung from this direction to, so you are always being pushed from a pillar to post. And I realized that if you really want to make a difference, if you want to be the change agent in this world, you've got to be the change you want to see. You can't
Yeah.
expect somebody to do it for you. It has got to come from you. I
Yes.
don't know if that makes sense, Martine.
Yes, definitely. And these minor or major reasons in our lives that we make for ourselves, and the fear that comes with it, and going through the fear that you were talking about, Lilian, and being on the other side of it. The other side can be as big as what we want it to be, because
Mm,
there's an ocean of resources, there's an ocean of wealth there, there's an ocean of love if you're looking for love, there's an ocean of everything that is available to us, and it is available to us, and we need to believe that it is available to us, and we need to have these reasons and ask for these to happen in our lives. So family reasons, minor reasons, personal reasons, have them big. Have
mm,
them as big as what you want it to be. We don't need to play small. I so do not believe of playing small, because
mm.
we have the opportunity. Don't you agree, Lilian? We have like
Yeah,
the
we
whole
have. I
world.
mean, the world is our oyster. Honestly, we just need to step out, out of our comfort zone, go into the other side and see what's available. Because we think we are having life good in our space because we are really threatened to figure out what's on the other side. But until you cross over, you can't see how big and how vast this opportunity is. The world is for us to do great things. The world is for us to be innovative. It's for us to collaborate. It's for us to just leverage on each other and change the dynamics of how we live every day. So
And yes. And I
you,
like that saying
you,
about the best revenge is massive success, because we do have access to all the success that we want to. We
mm,
have access to it. It's not limited to a few. It's not limited to a country. It's not where you live. It's not how your family is or how you grew up or all the excuses that we give ourselves.
mm,
The best revenge is massive success. It's being successful. Whatever success is for you, define it. Have the reasons why this means that for you. And get to it. Draw the steps towards it. Walk towards it. See it happen. Ask for it. So
mm.
you'll only get the answers of life if you have the reasons why you're doing it in the first place.
That's
If you
true.
do not have the reasons, how would you know? How would you know how life was supposed to be? I'll share with you, Lilian. I have listened to a podcast from a guy called David Goggins, and I
Yeah,
think
I know him.
I think
He's brilliant.
Steve talks about him, and he says, and I love that he says, his aim in life, when he'll pass away and he'll be at the door waiting to go in heaven, there will be a list of things that God or the universe would has like originally has set up for him. He's going to be, we all going, this is how the life that God made us for to live on. And his aim is to exceed that list.
Oh, wow.
And his aim is to like God will say, I expected you to run 50 Ks, but he runs 160 Ks and he wins it. So it's in that same principle, like exceed what is expected for you. I love that. I love that feeling that I can actually do that, and we can do that, and to make something unique out of our life.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, I totally agree with you, because we have this great opportunity that we can just be so creative and, change the whole world that we live in. And it starts by understanding that we've got something big inside of us, something that cannot go to the grave with us. But, I can tell you today, the cemetery is the richest place, because people have gone there and were buried with their opportunities inside of them, because they were not willing to step out. But for me and you, Matty, I know we are ready to step out, to really
Yes.
explore the gifts, the talents, and leverage with the world around us, with the people that are ready to step out and work and do great things in this world. And when we are done, and going back to the Father, when he asks us, what did you do? At least we'll have something to show for it. Not to say, oh,
Yes.
well, I was sleeping, it was a bit too intimidating, I didn't do anything.
Yes, yes. Really, like, I like this. I love what he said, but I like this feeling that we can actually do much, much more, that we do not
Yeah.
have to play small. And I actually like that. So how do we set our goals? Our long-term goals, like 3 years, 5, 10, 20 years. What are these goals? These are the big dreams, and dream big. Go to the ocean with a bucket, not with a teaspoon. Go to the ocean to take as much as possible, not that little spoon. Like,
Yeah.
dream big, dream big. And your short-term goals are your 12 months. So you're working backwards from your long-term goals, and you dividing it. If it's 3 years, every year, what do I need to achieve in order to reach that 3-year goal, and divide it into years, and further divide it into quarters, divide it into month. How much do you need to make each month, or how much time do you need to invest in each month, with the reasons that what are the purpose of your life? How much do you want to earn, or how much do you need to achieve in order to reach your goals? Every week, every day, work on 3 things every day towards these goals. If you divide everything in threes, like 3 major goals for the quarter and 3 major goals for your day towards what you want to achieve in business or personal, but divide it into 3 and do 1, 2, 3 every day. And this will get to the 3 years. This will get to the 5, 10, 20 years. So success is doing what others won't do well. There is work to be done in between. There are actions to be taken in between. There is lots of visualization and reasons that is important and need investment, but behind the scene, you need to take action, and you need to talk to people, make it happen, and seek for help if it is what you need, seeking help, because there is help out there as well. So actions is a big thing, that we need to take these actions.
That's very true. I think the dilemma we face, especially when people are working for themselves, is the discipline, because people don't really take ownership of what they are doing, because people are accustomed to working for somebody. And when you're working for somebody, the whole day is structured for you. You've got to report to the office at a certain time and you have to leave at a certain time. So you clock in and you clock out. So that is the kind of mindset people have got. So when then they step out of that environment and they start doing things for themselves, they can't understand how to structure the day and be able to own every step of what they say they will do. Because if you don't take ownership, you will lose it in the process. And it's actually much harder to work for yourself because you've got to have the discipline. You're working in your home environment. There's so much distraction. There's so many people who don't even understand that you're working. So it's when you declare to your surroundings that this is important for me, this is what I want to achieve, and this is how I'm going to do it. That's when people start respecting the space, they start respecting you as a person with what you're doing. So it starts with making sure you make your world aware of it. If you've got children, young children, sit down with them and explain what you're doing, because there's also a price to pay when you're doing anything. And the beauty about this, it's a short-term time, a short term that you have to sacrifice, and yet you can achieve great things in that short term. Like Martine was saying, you've got to divide the time, and it starts with your daily to-do list. So
Yeah.
every day, if you check your list and there are some things that you haven't done, don't beat yourself up. Just make sure that you will find a way of doing those things that you wanted to do yesterday in the next day. And also prioritize whatever you're doing, because many times we lump up everything in the same pot. Not everything is equally important. Not that it shouldn't be done, but you have to prioritize what's urgent. Do the urgent stuff first, do your money producing activities first, and then you can follow through with your emails, with your texts, and all sorts of things. So it's understanding how to structure your day and your to-do list. And then at the end of the day, you can also have me time, you can have family time. You have to plug all those things because they are all necessary. You have to have a balanced life where you know that you are attending to family needs and you are attending to your business needs. And you also have to have your me time, because that's the time you rest. That's the time you recharge. That's the time to reflect. You need that space where you can just be you, and when you come back, you are ready to run. So really, it's
Yeah.
important to understand all these things.
And you come back stronger.
Yes, you
So
do.
you and work hard on your goals. Like you said, Lilian, there is a cost to them,
Yeah.
but it is, if you have them big, you'll reach them and know and believe that you can. So make plans, don't just hope. Like, make these plans, sit down and do that daily task list. Make the plans. Don't just hope that it will happen. The people who fail to plan plans to fail.
Yeah.
And mostly, like, study yourself, study who you are, be aware what ticks you and what doesn't tick you in your business or in your personal life. Delegate in your business, delegate things that doesn't tick you, but do the things that you are good at. In your personal life, seek help if you need help. Study yourself, be aware of your emotions, be aware, especially be aware what you have accomplished beforehand. Because we do go in the high and the lows, and when we are in the lows, recognize that you are in the lows, that it's okay, but you have accomplished so much to be here today, and there is a story behind you. So always look at what you have accomplished. Lilian, do you want to share?
Yeah, I think it's important because sometimes we forget that we've come so far, and we start beating ourselves because we think we are not going anywhere, we haven't achieved anyway. Yet every little thing that you have done is building up to the bigger picture. So you've got to appreciate that certain things take time to grow. It's like when you put a seed in the ground, it doesn't germinate tomorrow, and it doesn't produce the fruit 2 months down the line or 3 months down the line. I love, the analogy of a farmer. They do not stop putting seed in the ground. It doesn't matter what the climatic conditions look like. It doesn't matter what weather forecasts are like. They are faithful. When it's planting season, they will go and put that seed in the ground. And they are expectant. They will wait for the time of harvest, and they are expecting to reap something. And I think if we all had that attitude, life will be much easier, because we'll go out not expecting to reap tomorrow, but we will be saying we want to work and put in what it takes to then get a good harvest. So it starts with that desire to go and do the work. And then when you've done the work, you can sit back and relax and know that something is going to come out of it. So when you're starting something, it's going to be hard work. It's not going to be easy. And sometimes that work doesn't match up with the income that you get. But as long as you're building your own legacy, you must be happy to invest your time. You must be happy to wait. You must be happy that when the result shows up, literally, you will be so grateful that you did it, because it's all worth it. So
Yes.
it's just so amazing that we can have these conversations, and we look forward to discuss more things that pertain to life, that pertain to business, that pertain to our personal lives. Together we can make a difference. Together we can change the way we think, the perception, especially with different business models out there. We've got to learn to adjust and adapt to new methods, because if we are stuck in what we knew 20 years ago, we will be left behind forever. The world is moving at a very fast pace, and we need to be moving as fast so that we know that we are not missing out. So we appreciate your time. This is all that we had to share tonight, and we hope you enjoyed your time with us. And bear with us. We are learning technology as we go along.
Yes, we're learning every day.
Yeah, we want to get to a point where we can interact with you, but I don't know whether StreamYard allows us to do that, or we need to upgrade to be able to interact with you. But we know that you can put comments as long as you ask for permission to come on, and then we can start interacting with you. But allow us to grow with you. We are also learning. We love to work with technology, and we are learning every day. So we look forward to seeing you again. We're doing this every other day. So I can't say on Friday, because we are running different days, me and Martine, because she's in a different
We're
time
in a
zone.
different time zone.
So when it's by Wednesday, it's a Thursday, especially if I'm doing it at night. So really, we will do it every other day. So you will see us again in not tomorrow, but the day after. So
really the point is to share what we believe in, and to help you in anything. If we can help one person every month, or every week, or every day, that's our goal.
Yeah.
So thank you for being here, and thank you, Lilian, for your time.
You're very welcome. So bye for now, everybody.
Bye.
Stop and broadcast.